Excellent, excellent. And recording video. Great. We got all the pieces to the puzzle. Now we just fit them together in 3, 2, 1.
She don't hear half the shit that I tell her, you know.
Yeah, because the way you talk is stupid.
Well, if you don't hear it, how do you know it's stupid?
I want you to know that I've smoked pot.
The morning stream. One way or the other, this war ends tonight.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It is Monday, September 30th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson with Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Yellow, Scott.
Month is about to end abruptly, shortly here.
That's right. Oh, I'm so glad. Let's start waking up Billy Joe Armstrong. It's time to rouse him from his slumber.
Yeah. Do we have to do it at midnight tonight, or can we do it tomorrow, just in the day? How do you handle that? Do you think?
Well, it's wake me up when September ends, and today is when September ends. Tomorrow is September has ended.
Oh, good point. So today.
Yeah. So it's wake me up when September's over, and it's the next day.
Yep. So
Yeah,
what we do is we call him when we say Billy Joel. Hey, Billy Joe. Mr. Armstrong, we'd say, because he's an older guy now.
Yeah.
Please wake up. September has ended. And he'll say, thanks.
There you go. Perfect.
And for those who want to write in and tell us that it's about his father dying and we shouldn't make fun of it, he has already said in public that he's fine with it and doesn't bother him at all. All right? All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Brian, it's time for us to do a show. It's Monday. We got all our crap to do. I got this text I think is kind of interesting that I want to get up here first.
Cool.
Also, just a quick bit of news for everybody out there listening. My wife returns home today.
Yay.
And that'll be great because everything's better when she's here. So I'm starting to dream weird. I ate. You know what? I'll just tell you this first.
Yeah, jump to this one since you're already talking about that.
Made a very poor eating decision yesterday. Well, I mean, whatever. It may not be. It's not that big a deal. But I had a bowl of cereal. Normal. It's fine. Normal bowl of cereal. It was good. It was honey bunches of oats with almonds or something.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that stuff.
It's good. And as cereals go, it's okay for you. Nice cold oat milk. Didn't even have real milk. A decent thing to be eating. But I was still hungry after. So I had a little bowl of kimchi right after the bowl of cereal.
Right after the semi-sweet cereal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does that make any sense to anyone? Why anyone would do that?
Totally does. Totally does. Because I will do that too. I will I like do a snack at around 2:00 every day.
Sure.
And I'll go upstairs and I've got Tina gets these big old Honeycrisp apples and I've got this core and people will be like, oh, use a core? You waste a third of the apple with a core. Just,
I disagree. You're not going to eat that middle bit anyway.
No, I'm not going to eat that middle bit. Yeah, there's the little bit, the ring above the seeds and the ring below the seeds, but come on. People.
You know what? If you use that core thing, it's actually less waste because when you mouth around it, it's uneven, and I'll bet you would use way more of the apple with a core.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with that.
Anyway, so I use the core and I have an apple, and then I'm like, that was kind of sweet. I need something salty. And so immediately my thoughts, all right, I'm going to go eat some of those Alterna corn nuts that Patrol sent me, the love corn.
They're so good.
That stuff is great. Yeah.
I ate a bag of those yesterday too. Like a pig.
Okay, look at what I got. I have all that's left in this box.
Oh, those are my favorite flavors. The cheese.
I have not even opened the blue box.
Ooh, blue box.
Which I'm guessing is like a Cool Ranch or something.
I think they're that, or they're like salt and vinegar maybe or something. These.
It doesn't even say, family favorites variety pack. Oh, I should have. This was the box I probably should have started. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll open this box and I'll put the rest of those in there.
Yeah, just mix them in there. All I have left are the cheese ones. And these are so good. Oh my gosh, I love the cheese ones. I could eat them all day. But I won't. Because Kim's coming home tonight, or whenever. I don't know when she's coming home. Why is it that flights out are always at the ungodly early hour, and flights home are always late at night? Why? Is it price? Is that why we do this?
Well, it's probably why she picked that flight. Yeah, because I'm taking technically a flight out is a flight back for somebody else.
That's a good point. You're right. No, that's true. But I guess, are they paying? Okay, so for example, if they're getting Let's say you get
they're buying a round trip. Do you think it's a different price if it's the first part of their flight?
Right.
It might actually be because if you stay, you sometimes get a cheaper price, right? Like you're
But you're on the same effing plane. It's such a scam, dude. That whole business.
It is.
Everything about it. Like in the 60s, they were like bringing you dinners and fancy wines,
right.
and they were all paying the same.
Smoke,
yeah.
and you could
do whatever, and you had all the freedom in the world, and it was like a big chair, and it wasn't all crammed together. We got to go back to back. Let's go back, everybody. Anyway, so that's the thing, and I'm not going to eat bad today just because she's coming home. I got to do a bunch of dishes and get cleaned up and all that.
Yeah. Luke Skywalker points out, I want to address this now. So Luke Skywalker mentions Bibi cutting out. Yeah, it's going to happen every once in a while. We've decided it's just like, what's the point in calling attention to it? Because there's nothing I can do about it. So, Scott may say, oh, could you say that again? You cut out during that.
Yeah.
But that's really all the attention. Why give... And I'm giving all this attention to it, but it's the last time. It's the last time we're giving attention to it.
No, this is official attention so that in the future everyone will understand.
This is the official last attention. Scott may say, oh, say that again, you cut out.
Yeah, his ISP, for some reason, there's some kind of weird thing. We don't know why. It doesn't happen with anyone else. We don't know why. So we're just going to... What else are you going to do?
Exactly.
You've talked to them. They've done what they can do. You can't do shit.
It's just going to irritate the crap out of me until I get Fiverr.
Yeah.
Maybe I can hire one of those overseas freelance artists to give me better internet.
I like that.
Fiber in maybe 2027 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, and no worries, Luke. I just wanted to bring it up because Claire mentioned it earlier, and it's like, oh yeah, I just want to.
Oh yeah, no, we're not going after you. Yeah, it's the elephant in the room, and there it is. We've addressed it. So good job, everybody.
Anyway, all right.
Real quick here, I got this text from a listener who did not leave their... Oh, no, they did. Lucky Bolt. Sorry. Put it the first instead of the end.
Lucky Bolt. Okay.
He says this. It's about Henry Cavill, which is interesting. He says, fun fact about Henry Cavill. I'm in the military and went to a fitness seminar a few years back to get better about workout planning and crap. I like the and crap part.
That's actually the name of the studio. You go workout planning and crap.
Workout planning. It's better. What do you got? You got Orange Theory, Golds, and workout planning and crap. Those are the
24-hour fitness, which isn't 24 hours, by the way.
No. 7-Eleven is more 24 hours than they are. Jeez. You
ask him about why do you call yourselves 24-hour fitness? Not all at once. Not all at the same time.
No, you spread it out over a while. Yeah, it feels like they had it. That was the plan, and then they changed it.
Yes. Exactly.
But didn't want to change all their trademarks and everything. Anyway, it says the place I went had this claim to fame story. While training and preparing for the Superman role, Henry Cavill trained at this same place called Jim Jones, but spelled G-Y-M. What if they give you Kool-Aid when you're chilling?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a CrossFit place named David Koresh CrossFit?
Yeah, right. David CrossFit. Koresh CrossFit. That's pretty good.
CrossFit. Yeah, David Koresh
CrossFit. Oh, that kills me.
Jim Jones. It's a funny pun, and they had to sit there and go, well, we're going to call it Jim Jones. It's a funny pun, but there was that one Jim Jones guy.
Mm-hmm. There's that guy.
Why not call it Jim? Who's a good Jim that they could have named it after? Jim Croce.
Jim Croce's
really
good.
Bad example, but
Croce's Croce's not an attractive word, though.
No, it isn't, because it looks like crotch. How about Jim Gaffigan?
Jim Gaffigan. I like Gaffigan.
Yeah. Jim Gaffigan.
I saw his Tim Walz opener. It was really good.
Yeah, it was great.
He nailed it.
It was really good. He totally did. And
all those months of people going, who should be that dude? And I was like, he should be that guy. He's perfect. Get him in there.
He's perfect. Yeah.
Anyway,
so sorry, Jim Jones.
That's fine.
This place Jim Jones.
Yeah. Spade was also very good. Cracked me up.
Oh yeah.
All right, where was I?
Carvey, you mean?
Or who did I say?
You said Spade, but I know what you meant.
Oh,
I
didn't
that
mean
other
Spade.
guy from Fly on the
Yeah,
Wall.
the other guy that hangs out on that podcast and won't let each other talk. Just kidding. They're better. You are right. They're better at this now.
They're way better now. Yeah, they've really figured out that, I guess it's about the guests. Maybe we should let the guests talk.
It's like somebody told them. I'm guessing producers told them. It's like, guys, we're bringing in like these important people and you got to let them talk.
That was my David Spade, by the way. Did you enjoy my David Spade?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was a little Joe Dirty, but,
It was a little Joe Dirty, but I'm fine with that.
It's fine.
Joe Dirty. Yeah.
I like Joe Dirt. Anyway, so here's what he says. He was at this gym to achieve this physique that, Henry Cavill's known for. But here's the interesting part, he says. Scott, Jim Jones is located in none other than Salt Lake City, Utah. That is to say, the very air you breathe as you read this is the same air used to forge the physique of the Man of Steel and our favorite Hollywood 40K-er. There it is. There is hope for you yet. Love the show, guys. Keep it up.
Wow.
So I don't know where this place is. I guess I could look it up. But, he lives in London. Even coming here, he would be in L.A. for getting ready and prepping and all that.
And stuff. And all that.
I don't know why come to Salt Lake and work at this. I don't understand. Maybe they have some reputation. They're the Gym of the Stars or something. I just don't know about it. Here it is. Jim Jones. The mind is primary. Train with us. Jim Jones seminar. Oh, they're fair. Apparently they're kind of fancy. So this is like
that. No kidding.
Yeah, this is a place you go when you're like rich and serious.
I was going to say, you could tell because of the people that they showcase, who are probably household names in the fitness world.
Yeah.
And B, the excessive use of just black and white and all caps.
Oh yeah, look at that. And they're all just rock hard, sweaty men.
Yeah.
It's downtown. I'd never heard of it. That might be fun to see. There's a picture on, I just did an image search too, and there's a picture of Henry Cavill out there working out. So that's cool.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Jim to the stars. I still think the name is weird. Jim Jones. And
it is really weird. Yeah.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid, guys.
I did my Saturday morning workout. I've been doing Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Although this week, because of the wedding, I don't want to be a crumply little mess trying to stand up there and do the dearly beloved stuff. So I'm wondering if I'm going to do a Thursday session. I'm definitely doing Tuesday, and if I feel good enough, I try and do a Wednesday right after it. But did my start at the beginning of September, and so I've done my 10th or 11th session on this last Saturday, and it's with Regina, who I've talked about before. She's the little Pixie, little Pixie who could bench press me.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Let's make
not
this
so little.
clear.
Yeah,
but now that she's in those first few classes gone up and like talked to me about my form and getting like my positioning right when I'm lifting weights or when I'm doing stretches or things like that. Now she does it every time. So it's she's like every time she's, all right, Brian. So when you do this lunge, let me go ahead and put your butt on the chair there and stretch your leg out as far as it can go. Okay, that's where that lunge should start. I'm like, okay, thanks.
Yeah,
it is helpful. I mean, I'm not gonna.
This stage though, right? You are at a stage where she's going to start pushing you over certain levels.
I'm just waiting for the next person to join so she can have a new.
She can be the new newbie trainer. Is that her deal?
New newbie, exactly. Yes.
Oh, it's funny. So, well, I'm glad it's going good though. It sounds like it's going all right.
It's going great. Yeah, I'm down since the beginning of September. I'm down 8 pounds.
That's good.
So, yeah,
that's great. 8 pounds is great. Jeez.
I can fit into my pastor uniform for Thursday.
So how much of a memorized sort of script are you doing? Are you just winging it?
Zero memorized. Yeah. I'm not leaving that up to chance because
I'm with you.
Yeah. No, I'm scripting it. I even bought a little iPad case because I'm not going to go up there. I need the iPad, right? I want something. I'm not going to do it off my phone. Mostly because I think that'll look dorky, like doing off my phone like an iPad, but I can't use as much as I'd like to. I'd like to use this as the good book, and maybe even put like a Bible sticker on the front of it or something. The whatchamacallit, the iPad Magic case or whatever this thing's called.
Sure.
But I bought a one-hand case that has a little slip in that you put your hand in the back so that.
Oh, nice. Is it made for this sort of thing? Is it? Well, I guess for presentations or anything like that.
It's made for presentations, things like that. Yeah, exactly. So like my hand just kind of goes in a little holder thing, and then I don't have to worry about accidentally dropping it or anything like that. But I ran the script by Maddie yesterday, and she said it was perfect. And there was a part of me that was like, oh my God, please don't add 100 things to this script.
Yeah, because the problem with you get feature creep on weddings. We talked about this last week a little bit, but yeah, it's feature creep.
Like, let's add the thing where we jump the broom, or let's add the thing where we wrap a glass in a towel and smash it with our feet, or whatever.
Yeah.
but I just have to learn how to do the hand fasting. I got to practice the hand fasting so that we don't need the jaws of life to separate the two of them when the wedding is over.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Like Jeff Probst is going to come out and say, all right, Survivor's ready. See if you can get these knots untied.
Yeah,
Go.
Yeah. Well, that'd be amazing. Probst at this wedding would be amazing.
Let me see what I can do.
Hey, I figured something out last night about you. Do you want to hear this?
Sure.
This is about you specifically. I'm watching. Right, I'm watching From and loving it, of course.
Yes.
All right. I'm almost done.
How far are you?
I think I'm almost done with season 1. I think I'm episode 9 now, something like that. And there's 10, right. So I think I'm only got 1.5 left. It's really great. I love it. But something I noticed.
Yes.
I think you like this kind of thing. So Lost-like stuff.
Yep.
Because you, it's your love of puzzles and not knowing the answer and then getting clues and trying to suss out what those clues are and working through them as the thing goes. Like, I think that's the draw for you. I think that's the big draw.
No
do you agree with that?
Yeah. Absolutely. This series is like a big escape room. Basically, it's like, oh, if that person maybe would talk to this other person about the symbols they're seeing, and this person would say, oh, what about this little kid walking around the white Jimmy shorts, and what about this guy over here, and blah blah blah. It is totally that, because that's why I like Survivor too.
Same
Survivor and
idea,
Amazing Race, because it's puzzles and stuff like that.
So scripted or
non-scripted,
it doesn't matter.
Real Housewives of Orange County would have a challenge every week. And I don't mean the challenge of getting through one meal together without throwing glassware at each other.
Or the challenge of you making it through an episode. We don't mean that challenge. We
that
mean
is
like
the bigger challenge.
Yeah.
That would absolutely be the bigger challenge.
That's the big prize. That's interesting because as I'm watching it, I'm like, that's why he loves this stuff. It's like a big game.
It totally is.
You know, the character who at first thought it was a big expensive escape room and then learned it wasn't, the one I hate.
Yes.
Jade. I'll just say Jade. Jade's an ass.
Jade. Sure, Jade. You're gonna like Jade once you meet Randall.
Oh shit. Well, Jade. Something about Jade is so like dead familiar to something else I've seen, like almost like it's not a ripoff, but almost like it's an exact duplication of a role I've seen somewhere.
An homage of a character that you've seen before. I
cannot
totally
put my finger on it. Just
I can't either,
figure it out.
Yes,
it's driving me crazy.
Some character in an ensemble piece that that's got a Jade character in it, and
not just his personality, like how he looks, even something about him, his beard, his face, his attitude, his personality, everything about him is almost like every time I see him, I go, I swear this is lifted, and then I pause and I go hunting for it, and I don't know what it is. It's really good though.
We're gonna find it. We're gonna figure it out. As more people watch it, I know J.K. Grammer started watching. A couple other people have reached out to me and said that they're watching it, loving it.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
I'm one episode left of season 2, and then it's like, oh, now I'm pretty much caught up. Now it's just the week to week stuff that I gotta watch. But it's so good.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime, people. Where
it's on Prime currently, and I guess it's getting pulled soon or something. Or you have to.
That's what J.K. Grammer says. Yeah.
So far, it's there. I guess tomorrow I'll find out because it's the first. But
that's when it's supposedly getting pulled. So we'll see what happens.
I'll switch to MGM Plus. That's fine. I'll do it.
Yeah. I'm going to pay for a month, or I've already paid for a month of MGM Plus because they've got a couple movies up there that I want to watch. Oh, I watched The Witch last night, by the way.
The Vavitch.
Talking about the film section, The Vavitch.
It's so good.
With Anna Taylor-Joy.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Anya to Taylor-Joy. Yeah, that is so freaking good.
Yeah.
That is really good. And it's almost Shyamalan-esque.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very much. There's no big twist or anything, but it has that vibe for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
in a good way, though, right? We're not talking about in
a good way. Yeah, we're talking about Sixth Sense, and I think The Village is obviously what it seems to evoke thoughts of the most. Mm-hmm. Not that it has anything to do with the twist in the Village, but that 1600s, the 1630s time frame. But my God, great! There is not a bad actor in that whole thing.
Even the kids.
Granted, there's only 5 actors, but there's not a bad actor in that whole thing.
No, the kids are amazing. They're so good. The son or the boy that goes through his whole thing.
When he's doing that thing where he's that long monologue that kid has to deliver in such an powerful, incredible way. Holy poop.
Yeah, he's very good. The goat's even good. I really like the goat.
Black Phillip.
Black Phillip or whatever his name was. And then the dad and the mom are co Game of Thrones parents because you got the Aerie lady. Right. The mom's the weirdo in the Aerie.
Yeah, she's the weirdo in the Aerie. Yes. The moon door, mother.
And then you got one of the Iron Price guys, and he's awesome. Right. It's so good, you guys. If you haven't seen The Witch, freaking stop what you're doing.
That's on Hulu right now. And I gave Tina the choice. I said, The Witch or Mandy, what do you want to watch tonight? And she said, The Witch.
She probably chose the right one.
She does not want to watch Mandy, so I guess Mandy I'm going to watch on my own.
Mandy is legit weird as shit. Like,
cool.
Just
all right, cool.
Give you the weirdo creeps.
Like Lanthromos weird?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Like if Lanthromos was really into the horror angle, yes.
Yeah, this would be a him movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It's very weird, but it's good in a weird way. When you see Longlegs, we're going to need to talk about it because I think Longlegs is both improved by Nick Cage's performance and almost ruined by it.
Oh, really?
It's hard to explain. You have to see it, so we'll talk about it. But there's something wrong there. I cannot put my finger on it. It's weird.
Tina hate Longlegs, you think, or like Longlegs?
I think she would hate it. Okay, so maybe I'll watch Longlegs instead of Mandy. That's on. Tell me it's not on Shudder. I think it is on Shudder. I think.
I'm not getting another service. Not paying for another service right now.
Let's see. Longlegs 2024.
Fandango. What is that?
Fandango, you know what? I take it. You can only rent and buy. I'm sorry. That's how.
Okay.
I saw it on
because it's that new. That's right. Yeah.
I saw it on a plexi way to see it.
Oh, I know. I have access to some of those plexi ways.
Yeah.
I'll use that.
Yeah, use that. It'll be good.
Oh, that's right. That's the one you mentioned with Alicia. Vit.
Oh, she's so weird.
Also trying to decide if I want to watch Immaculate. The Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen it either, but I keep hearing that it's got some real strengths and some problems, but I do want to see it. I like her. I think she's very compelling. I mean, I watched Euphoria. I don't know if anyone have you seen it? Have you watched Euphoria at all?
I have not. No, I have not yet, and I think I need to based on what everybody's saying about how good it is.
Everyone's good in it. Like the acting in Euphoria is what sells it and makes it great. It is a really rough watch though. Like it's not it ain't for the lighthearted. I'll say that. But the performances are good and she's very good. So I really like that she's getting this big career and I wish people would stop focusing on her boobs because she's way better than just her boobs.
Yeah.
Hate that. What are we living in the 50s? What's going on here with the boobs?
Well, she does find a way to show them, even in a movie about a nun.
That's true.
There's something to that, but yes, I agree. I think exactly.
She's
maybe do a couple of roles where you don't show them, and let's see how you do.
Her
SNL time was flat.
It was not great.
It was not great.
That's a bummer. Quick question: is Stephanie in a pet's keyboard really locked on caps lock, or is she just doing that? Okay.
She's just doing that, but she said that today is the last day of all caps. So nobody give her any hate.
You could make it the last 30 seconds of all caps instead of the last day.
I think she wants a clean September break.
Okay.
All caps.
I like that.
She didn't get topless in White Lotus. God, I thought everybody got topless. Didn't even Aubrey Plaza, I think, got topless in White Lotus.
It's a part of the contract. You're just like, hey.
Yeah, I think you either shit in a suitcase or you take your top off. It's one of the two.
Yeah, one of those two. You pick. You get to pick before you get into that thing. All right. Well, let's get to this one. Anyway, this is another text from a no name. Says, I'd like it to be known that the word snicked and boing the night before you and Brian used them for Tadpooly Feud. This guy used them the night before we did it. Now, I don't know what kind of flex that is. That's a weird one.
It is a weird flex, but I'm curious as to how he used snicked and boing the night before.
Yeah. What was the give us the use case. Give us the context there. Anonymous listener.
Anonymous emoji man.
Dude with no name.
Woman. True. Could be a woman. Yeah.
All right. Shall we play a game? Let's play a game.
Let's play a game.
I think Dunaway is down. Yep, he's in. And we'll do a little check-in on, see how things are going over there. Hopefully better than they were. And the reconstruction process in the small town he lives in is underway. After the nasty storm known as Helena. Was it Helena? Helena. Or just Helen? Helena? What was the name of that damn storm, Brian?
It was Helena. The storm was Helena.
Helena.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, I was getting into the game.
You're all good. Hey, Brian Dunaway, how you doing, man?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. I'm doing all right. Sun's out. The guns are out. No, sun's out, and there's it's drying up in places, and we're starting to see places to get power back on. And I'm seeing a lot of trucks from out of town coming in, so feels good.
Oh.
Now,
You got people coming to help, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm waving at them as they go by, like a little 8-year-old. Hey.
Do you pull
Hey,
the imaginary horn? Do you do that?
What am I, 6? No, I just said I'm 8.
Hold on a second. So, are these like FEMA people, or is this just like volunteers?
I think like last Thursday or Friday. I didn't know this information until more recently because I had no data connection. I couldn't even call anybody next door.
Yeah.
Anyway, from what I understand, it's just different companies volunteering staff to come down. As happens lots of times when you have hurricanes in a big affected area.
Sure.
So I think a lot of these are just companies from out of town who have sent people in. That's dedicated so many resources. So nice.
That's good. Yeah,
That's good.
it seems like the beginning of all the right things to get you guys rebuilt and all set to go. Any power at home yet? Or you still you're still stuck with work generators and stuff like that?
No power at home. And let me tell you something about the southern heat. Yeah, sure is like 85 degrees most days. But it's not raining, but it's almost 100% humidity. It just sticks to you. It's like, get off me.
It sounds miserable.
Yeah, I don't like
trying
that.
to sleep at night, and it's just trying to smother me.
Are you? They give you any kind of ETA on that stuff? Do you have any idea?
They're saying Friday for the majority.
Okay.
Right, but of course, all that's dependent upon how the weather holds up. Make sure there's no big things. But they've had like 3 days to kind of like assess everything. At first I was getting kind of like antsy. I was like, what's going on? Why is it taking so long? I don't see anybody out. But then, you start reading stuff and like, oh yeah, of course they got to access it. It's such a large area. This is unprecedented for the size for most of these people, making plans on how to tackle this. So yeah, it takes a couple of days, but they're starting to move now. They've got a plan. And they're executing it.
The good news is the closest one to hitting you ever again would be this one called Joyce, but it's way out in the Atlantic. Pretty
for those
far.
Aren't aware,
yeah.
Very unique situation for this particular hurricane for our area.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen anything this big in at least 30 or plus years, and I've never seen personally anything this big in my entire life, and I'm 52. So
That's what she said.
You're an old bastard.
I'm an old dude.
Yeah,
I'm half a century, baby.
We all are. We're all making it to 100 though. You watch. We're gonna be like Angie Dickinson. We'll be 100. Oh, did you hear we had 2 major deaths yesterday? The cop from Beverly Hills Cop, forgot his name. Not close Toker, but
Judge Reinhold, but the other one,
the other guy, he just passed.
And
then I forgot his name. And then
Chris
Christopherson died. Yeah, that crusty old guy. I loved him, dude.
I did too. Yeah. What a great songwriter, like Me and Bobby McGee, which is a great, when you think about the original, he wrote it about a woman, and then Janis Joplin used the same name for a dude to describe a dude. And it's like, oh, this is kind of the perfect song to write to get covered.
Yeah.
Sunday Morning Coming Down. I mean, the guy was really, really good.
He was great. Like a lot of people just think of him as acting, but yeah, his music was unbelievable.
Yeah, well, if you saw Millennium, you don't think of him as acting.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But if you saw Star Is Born, sure.
Yeah.
But and Blade and all that.
Yeah.
But I checked on Search TMS, and we have not talked about Chris Christopherson in a long time.
Yeah. So now that we have this tool, we can prove that we didn't kill these actors. That's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks again to
absolves us.
Josh. I think I got to try to go to lunch with that guy. We're going to talk about ways to position that thing. Anyway, hey Dunaway, let's get into it.
Game.
Let's play this game. We're going to let Brian here explain it and talk about who's going to win what and all that stuff. So, Brian, take it away.
Right on. Welcome to the Morning Half-Asses, a trivia game where I'm actually going to be giving you the answers. I'm going to give Scott and Brian a category and 6 possible answers, 3 of which are correct, and 3, like my pronunciation of bulk, are incorrect. Depending on how confident you feel of the category, they can provide 1, 2, or 3 guesses. But if any of those guesses are wrong, you get zilcheroni for that round. Get 1 right gets you a point, 2 right gets you 3 points, and 3 right gets you 5 points. We're going to add up all those points at the end of the round, and in a strange twist, we're going to see who has more, and that person is is going to win. And the person you're playing for is really going to be the winner because they're going to get some cool games. Scott, you're playing for Stephen D. in Rochester, New York. Could be Stephen Dorff. I don't know.
Could be. Yeah, why not? Speaking of Blade, that guy was in Blade.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, there you go. Brian, you're playing for Ryland, a.k.a. Durog in the Tadpole in Wilmar, Minnesota.
Nice.
Minnesota.
Nice.
Durog.
Hey, besides the Blade, one of the Blades or two of the Blades that we watched, I think we saw two Blades for Film Sack. We also
two Blades.
The only other Christopherson movie. Oh no, we did Payback. He was the bad guy in Payback, and then he was the ultimate boss in Payback, and then he was also in Convoy. Remember Convoy? We got a
great big old Convoy. Yeah,
sorry,
remember that. Yeah,
just all came to me.
So we have not done Millennium as a.
No.
For Film Sack.
No.
We should.
It's so rarely streaming that I can understand why, but we need to if you have not
So
seen that
much
movie, if you have not seen that movie, oh my God. Have you seen it, Brian?
I can't remember it. I thought I had, but I'm not sure.
Cheryl Ladd, and they're in the future.
In the future. I remember the future. Oh, I remember this. Oh, I actually like this.
Future. Like, you have to constantly smoke cigarettes because that makes the air palatable for you to smoke, for you to breathe. And it's
Yeah, I said I like this, but what I really should have said, I was entertained.
Yeah, you're entertained by it.
Oh, Daniel J. Travanti was in it. Nice.
Yes. Yeah. They basically, the people in the future time travel back and get airplanes that are about to crash, and then move those people to other time periods. Give them they knock them out, wipe their memories, and give them old timey outfits so that they can blend in with.
And it's a great talking point, right? It's like, oh, what happened if you did this? But then you watch the movie and like, oh yeah, we shouldn't talk about this.
We have to see this, dude.
Yeah.
It is so bad.
Some of these images, oh my gosh, this robot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a robot. Yeah, it's like a sort of a C-3PO, C-3PO, basically.
C-3PO, I love it.
No, it's T-Mu-3P. No, T-Mu-PO.
Love it.
T-Mu-PO.
Yeah. Wow. Hardly, like, I'd never see this thing streaming, so we're gonna have to figure out some way of watching it. I bet it's on YouTube or something.
We get a Plex friend. The problem is that nobody else. We want to make sure most people can see it, so we always try to.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
We didn't do Millennium in 2011, Matthew Sargent. He says we did, but we didn't. I swear we didn't. He thinks we did, but we didn't. I looked it up. We didn't do it. I mean, according to the Quick Sack.
Are you spelling it correctly for your search?
Yeah, MILLENNIUM.
Okay.
Same as the listing.
Better provide a link, Matthew.
Yeah, you think we watched it? You better come with receipts.
Yeah. Proof. Pics or it didn't happen. All right, let's get to the morning half-asses.
Let's do it,
and then I'll talk about the prizes later on. All right. Let's start because we're entering horror season. We're entering spooky season. Let's talk about a little Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
And if you have not watched the Follow the House of Usher, this is a good hint to watch it. Women in the title of Edgar Allan Poe works. So you all right there, Brian?
Yeah, I think he's a little. Oh, are you all right, Brian? Are you there? Dunaway? Maybe he's not. Did you mute?
No, I see him greening, but he's not. We're not hearing him.
Uh-oh, is the storm back? Has Helena decided to reap her reward? Brian Dunaway, are you there?
Dunaway. Hello, Dunaway.
I don't know if you can hear us. I'm glad you heard that because I didn't notice. Hey.
Yeah, he's got the rings of speakage, but we do not hear him.
Hopefully he will. Oh, there he is.
I must be back.
Now. Okay, good.
Hi.
Now you're back.
Oh, hey, you're good now. It sounds like you just muted us because the boss came in or something. I don't know what you did.
Boss mute.
Cool. All right, let's get to so women in the title of Edgar Allan Poe works. You've got Annabelle Lee, Shashime, Ligeia, Lenore, Elizabeth, and Drizella.
Good
Three
Lord.
of these are women in the title of Edgar Allan Poe works.
This just seems insane. I don't know any of these. Where's the Crow? Is her name the Crow? All right.
It's the Raven, Scott.
Or the Raven. What is it? The Crow shit.
Sometimes they come back as a crow.
The 1994 and recently remade of The Crow. Let's see here. Probably those two, and I have no confidence.
Those two? Say them out loud.
No. I won't do it. I refuse. You got to pick your own, you butthole.
I'm looking.
That's right.
Go ahead.
All right. He's locked.
He's locked in. All right, let's get to it. Let's see. You guys both settled on 2, and you both settled on Lenore. You know, Lenore is the character that he's writing his thing to in The Raven. But there's also another work of his that has Lenore. I believe is it an extension of the name? Nope. There's just one called Lenore. There you go.
Okay.
So very good. You guys both got that one. One of you settled on Elizabeth. The other one settled on Drizella.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you right
Driz,
now.
you got to drop the Driz, yeah.
Got to drop the Driz. Not one of those is right. Sadly. Annabelle Lee and Lygia were the other two.
Sashimi made sense. It's not on there, but Annabelle Lee.
Go down to Lygia.
Yeah, but Annabelle Lee's does sound like I should have picked that.
Yeah.
That sounds more like
Annabelle Lee is. When I did this one, I said Annabelle Lee and Elizabeth, so I got it wrong. So
Lenore, by the way, Bill Dotrieve's ex-wife on King of the Hill.
Really?
Yeah, he's always lamenting the loss of Lenore.
Yep, that's how you say it.
Tina's late grandmother was Lenore.
Oh, yeah. It's an old name, but you don't hear it much now, do you? You don't hear a lot of Lenore.
You don't right now. No.
Yeah.
Nope. All right. Question number 2: boxing weight classes. Which of these are actual, real boxing weight classes?
Yeah.
Heavy bantamweight, light heavyweight, middle heavyweight, cruiserweight, super featherweight, and ultimate welterweight. Which 3 of these are real boxing weight classes?
They all sound fake.
They do, yes.
I think I'm doing 2 again because I don't know.
Okay. All right. Once again, you guys both settled on super featherweight, and that is a correct answer. Absolutely right. One of you said cruiserweight. The other one said heavy bantamweight. One is right. One is wrong. So somebody's walking away from this round with some points. Who is it? Brian on this one.
Cruiserweight was the only one I was sure of.
Damn it.
Cruiserweight is correct. Light heavyweight, which is a really an oxymoron of a boxing weight class, is the other correct one. Heavy bantamweight, middle heavyweight, and ultimate welterweight are not boxing weight classes.
What is a cruiserweight? Someone tell me what a cruiserweight is. What is that? Like
no idea. It's
I don't either.
as much as a PT cruiser.
I was gonna say, like, what's the cruiser? Like, that's a weird thing to say. Like bantam, I kind of know the definition of in all these, but I don't know what cruisers are. That's weird.
I know. I've seen people on a cruise. Are you talking about that weight?
Yeah, that's really weird. That's fine though. Okay.
All right. So Brian going into round 3 with 3 points. Scott, you need to make a big move to get some points here, and you might be able to do it with sports. Canadian NHL teams who have won the Stanley Cup. Which of these Canadian NHL teams have won the Stanley Cup? Winnipeg Jets, the Edmonton Oilers, the Calgary Flames, the Vancouver Canucks, the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Quebec Nordiques.
All right. I have to do 3 if I'm going to compete here.
Yeah. 2 will get you a tie at best.
Yeah.
3 will could potentially win you the game if you choose the right 3.
These all I don't know. I don't know NHL.
I don't either.
This might as well just say Canadian name and then some weird things. That's
exactly
love what it does.
I mean, I love hockey, and of course these names are familiar, but I don't love hockey so much that I know it. I have a deep understanding of all the Canadian winners, so this is going to probably suck. I've chosen my.
I'm going down in flames. I went with
right.
3.
Ooh,
if I'm going to be wrong, I'm going to be really
wrong.
No, yeah, good. And you both did lock in with 3. You both said Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames is correct. Ooh. You both said Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
And the Toronto Maple Leafs is also correct.
Uh-huh.
One of you said Edmonton Oilers. The other one said Vancouver Canucks. I love this. The fact that you guys, one of you is about to win and the other one is about to lose. The correct answer, the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
Good job, Scott.
They've won 5 times. They didn't win this last time, sadly, but they did win 5 other times. So congratulations, Scott, pulling it through at the end of 5.
Take that.
Nicely done.
Take that, jerks. I completely guessed. They were just names I like. Those are teams I like.
Good.
So
Good guess.
Yeah.
Ambassador Domo says that we did do Millennium for Film Sack 86, but we misspelled it as the title, so that's why Quick Sack isn't pulling it
now
up.
that's freaking funny. Is that
true? I knew I'd seen it.
Hold on. Which episode? 86, you say?
86.
Okay, I should be able to search by that.
An episode we'd like to 86.
That might as well have been a different lifetime.
Oh, my gosh.
I knew I'd seen it.
I don't remember it at all. Okay, how did we spell it wrong? Because now I can't find it. M-I-L... What?
2 L's, 1 N. One N.
M.
Oh, you're right.
Millennium.
We did. What the frick? How do I have zero memory
Zero
of this?
memory of that movie? Oh my God. Probably you're luckier than the rest of us, apparently.
Jeez, 86. That would have been back on, let's see, 2011. Yeah. Jeez. That's when we recorded on Thursdays, by the way. That was a Thursday night episode.
Oh my God, we used to do film psych on Thursdays.
Yeah,
Did we really?
A long time ago. Yeah, that I remember somehow.
I do too. Yeah.
I don't know why.
Wow.
But anyway, look at that score. I feel pretty good about the win. Oh, what did our people
Congratulations.
win, by the
Yeah,
way? We didn't talk about
absolutely.
the games yet. What'd they get?
Oh, we didn't talk about who played, by the way, because we did. Stephen D, who might be Steven Dorff. You're going to be getting a couple games, but you're getting a couple extra. You're getting an extra code because the first game we were here forever, courtesy of Yana, I believe. It's an escape room game that requires two people, so you're getting two codes. So you can give the code to one other person who has it on Steam or get it on Steam, and the two of you play together. How cool is that?
Yeah.
You're also getting a game called Real Politics. But spelled with a K, so it's European Real Politics, which is a lot more fun than American politics.
That's the truth.
Ryland, you're getting a copy of Conglomerate 451. Is that the temperature at which conglomerate burns?
I mean, we'd
call.
have to ask a real scientist what that is. That's great. But all of those are good, by the way. Great games all around. I've heard really good things about that co-op one, but I haven't played it myself, but I've heard good things. So you guys are
those kinds of games.
You guys are definitely winners. Oh, you'd love there's a full-blown escape room game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just called Escape Room. Anyway, I think it even has a VR mode. You could play it on your.
Really?
You'd have to tether it, but
yeah, I've done that. Which is kind of like an escape room. What's the bomb in the briefcase that you basically get? The people not looking at the game have to.
Stop doing something or it explodes or something like that.
Yeah, stop or my bomb will shoot.
Stop or my mom will throw you from the train.
My bomb will shoot. Yeah.
Stop or I will set us up the bomb.
Yeah,
that's it.
Owen doesn't have a friend. I always mix those two movies.
Yes. I played that one. That's a lot of fun.
That's great. I'm stoked for our two winners and also for Brian Dunaway for being such a great sport today, especially given the circumstances on the ground down there. We continue to hope things improve quickly for you there. In the meantime, we are planning on trying to do a Play Retro this week. It'll be a short one or early one because Dunaway's got to quickly get out to the meetup like you guys are all going to.
Yeah. That's the hope anyway. Either Wednesday or Thursday, wherever me and Scott can squeeze in and wherever power will allow.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Thank goodness we're not doing Asheville. Poor Asheville, man.
Oh, that broke my heart because we just went up to Asheville.
Yeah, we did last year. We went and checked out Citizen Vinyl and had some dinner or lunch out there. It was great. And man,
the flooding video I've seen is horrific. So bad.
Really bad. Yeah,
I feel bad for everybody there. Well, anyway, Dunaway. In the meantime, go breathe in some sweet 100% humidity air. And lick a frog. I don't know.
This soup that we call an air. Yeah. I'll do that.
The air's so thick you can chew it. Bye now. All right, there he goes.
There we go.
Good game today. Well done, everybody. We're now going to do no news because we're out of time. No news. I'm sure someone will submit that. They always do.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break, though. When we come back, Steven will be back. Very excited to talk to him. We're going to talk about trademarks and superheroes, which is an interesting topic.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Looking forward to that.
That's a really good question, yeah.
Before that, though, Brian's got to present a song that we will play.
I will indeed. We're going to New York State for this one. A punk rock band called the Jukebox Romantics. They have a brand new single that they recorded for the original film Meat Lovers, which is a micro horror film that's running around in festival showings currently. This song is great. Works on its own I didn't even watch the video for it, just listened to it, but apparently there's a video for it. Here are the Jukebox Romantics and Packing Up My Knives from the original film Meat Lovers.
Thousands of ants spring into action, swarming up and down the length of the wiener.
Oh, Jacob, it stinks so bad like marijuana.
And we return. Tell me about that song again.
Sure. That's New York State punk rock favorites, the Jukebox Romantics and their brand new single and music video, Packing Up My Knives, that they recorded for the original film Meat Lovers.
Excellent. Seek it out, people.
Look for it. Ask for it by name.
Yeah, ask for it by name. Or I guess search for it by name. That's how it works today, these days. All right. We're going to call Steven, and we're going to play his thing here, right here.
And now welcome Steven to the show. He's a huge freaking nerd.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah, he's a big nerd, and he's one of our favorite nerds. Comes on here once every other Monday, although things have been crazy lately with Mondays. Our apologies to both Steven and...
Bit of holidays.
Oh, listen to that. We got that slow motion robot business on your end like that one time.
Okay, hold on.
I missed this.
If you can remember what you did to fix it last time.
Those 2X players at home, they're hearing Steven at his normal voice.
That's right.
That's how I like to think of it.
Now,
we'll say it again.
Let's hear it again.
Hello.
Yeah, perfect. Yep.
Well done.
I'm sorry. Chat room just says Dikembe Mutombo also passed away today. What was everyone?
No way.
Is everyone dying? What's going on?
He was a Denver Nugget for a long time. He was great.
He was a great Nugget. He was one of the best Nuggets.
He was one of the best Nuggets.
He was never chicken
from Jokic, but of course,
yeah. No, he was a great Nugget. Wow. Brain cancer.
Anyway,
Shit.
Oh man, that sucks.
Oh, only 58 too.
Yeah, that sucks. Everyone stop dying for just a minute. All right. Steven.
Did you guys talk about Maggie? She
Maggie Smith. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Yeah. There are three actresses that I would have loved to have met. I'll never meet any of them, but the three are her, Maggie Smith, and Helen Mirren. If I could meet those three women, I could be good on act. I don't need to meet any other actors anymore. I'm good. Oh, sorry, Brian cut out. What'd you say? You said who's something?
Who's the third? Who's the third? Because you counted Maggie Smith twice.
Did I? Oh, I said no.
You said her. You said her. Maggie
Smith.
Oh,
sorry. I meant Judy. I meant Judi Dench, Maggie Smith, and Helen Mirren. Sorry, did I not say Judi Dench? I must not.
No.
Oops. Well, I'd like to meet two Maggie Smiths. That'd be all right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who wouldn't? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Steven, it's good to have you here. We're going to talk a little bit about the who owns trademarks to superheroes. Now, one would think it's just as simple as well, hey, we're Marvel, we own Spider-Man, or hey, we're DC and we own Superman. But it's not that simple, is it? It's complicated.
So, first of all, I'm not a lawyer. And I don't play one on any podcast, but we're going to talk about an area of law today that is a little complicated, and that is copyright and trademark. Obviously, when we talk about copyright, this podcast that everybody is listening to is copyright, right? The instant that it's created, it is copyright Frog Pants, which is an LLC owned by Scott Johnson. However, Scott Johnson cannot copyright the title of the morning stream.
Nope.
So that means if anybody out there wants to retitle their show The Morning Stream, they can do that. Mm-hmm. What Scott can do to protect The Morning Stream is he can trademark the title of The Morning Stream.
Yeah.
That one you can do. And I don't know if you've trademarked that,
I have
Scott.
not, no. Because here's what would happen.
I did trademark Coverville.
Yeah, if somebody came along and said, hey, we're doing this thing called The Morning Stream. We got all this money behind it, and you're about to get you're about to get blocked. Or whatever. I just say, we'll call it something new.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm not that worried about it.
Our listeners will find us no matter where we're at.
Yeah, I don't really worry about it. But also, there was already the YouTube channel thing that was, what was it, Aaron and whatever in the morning.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was
really bad.
That was unlistenable.
Yeah. The hard part is when people search for TMS, they get the morning show on Apple TV Plus. They get
So you could also trademark TMS as part of. You can also trademark TMS as part of that title, and then you could go after Apple and get those billions upon billions of filthy lucre.
Yeah.
Okay. So back to superhero. So generally, you can't copyright or trademark common words like superhero. All right. And we're going to start here with superhero as two words because this is going to get real complicated really fast.
Yeah.
So in 1967, there were a line of costumes made by a guy, Ben Cooper. Right, you guys may remember these. These are those plastic ones with the eye holes and the little slit.
Yeah.
In them.
Yeah.
You guys remember those?
It's what I think of when you say Spirit Halloween. I think of that stuff from my childhood.
Right.
Yeah.
Came in a little cardboard box with a window on the top so you could see the mask, and then you opened it up, and there was that smell, that plastic smell that is just unrecreatable now.
Yeah.
And then it would get all spitty by the end of the day and have a whole new smell. It was awful.
Yes, right.
So Ben Cooper had a line of superhero costumes based on the DC and Marvel characters, and he trademarked the Ben Cooper superhero costume as the title of his product.
Okay.
So superhero became trademarked as part of a much larger name. That happened in 1967, right?
Okay.
So the patent office and trademark and patent office just we'll make sure that superhero is yours. Flash forward a couple of years later, when we get introduced to the Mego or the Mego toys. You remember those toys?
Oh yeah.
They're not dolls; they're action figures, right?
Yeah, but they had removable. Their clothes or skin, like in the case of the Thing, was removable. It was really weird taking Benjamin Grimm's rocks off, but his head stays the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting his rocks off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting his rocks off.
So in 1972, the Mego Corporation, they wanted to register world's greatest superheroes. Again, 2 words, but superheroes instead of superhero. And Ben Cooper came after the Mego Corporation and was threatening to sue for trademark violation. Well, instead of going to court, because that would have been a big fiasco for everybody, Mego assigned the trademark for their world's greatest superheroes jointly to DC and Marvel, and just said, fine, I'm just going to assign this over to DC and Marvel, and you, Ben Cooper, if you want to sue Marvel and DC, be my guest. And Ben Cooper was like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do that, so I guess I'll just assign the word superhero to DC and Marvel as well. And so for years, DC and Marvel have had the name superhero as their trademark. They also have superheroes, the plural. There's superhero as one word. There's super hyphen heroes in the case of Legion of Superheroes. And they also in 1985 registered super hyphen villain as a trademark.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is kind of a big deal. This was something bigger that I was working on for later in the year, but it kind of blew up last couple of days and is now all out there in the world. So I'm just going to tell you about this now. So one of the things about trademarks and really any kind of copyright is you have to protect your trademark.
Yeah.
Meaning that if Brian or Scott want to create the superhero podcast, it's up to DC and Marvel to reach out to Scott and Brian and say, oh, no, you can't do this or we will sue you. And of course, Scott being a good guy will say, yeah, we will just do something else. People will find us. And everything will go away.
Yeah.
But the question is superhero a common word? And is it common enough in the public usage that it should be trademarked? Certainly the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, Paris Hilton tried to trademark That's Hot years ago, and they were like, no, you can't do that.
Really?
Donald Trump tried to trademark You're Fired so he could sell a bunch of merchandise, and they said, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So why then is superhero allowed to do that?
Well, you know what's funny is so you're right about them protecting it. I just did a quick cursory search on both on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. There are so many shows with superhero in it. Like if it's almost like the ants beat the grasshoppers that way. You do enough of these and no one's going to come after you because it's just a nightmare. Right.
Yeah, or maybe the legal departments didn't realize they had it because, again, this started in 1967, although superheroes was registered as a trademark in 2018 and supervillain was in 1985. So they're still kind of aware of these kinds of things. And it's rare for the Trademark and Patent Office to award it to two companies at the same time. So one might be wondering, this seems like anti-competitive practices to award a common word like superhero to these two companies.
Yeah.
And certainly over the years, Marvel and DC have gone after people who have used the word superhero or superheroes or supervillain in the case of 1985, etc. And people have backed off on that. But there's a small independent comic publisher out of London who wanted to title their comic book Super Babies, something.
Okay.
And they went to trademark that, and Marvel and DC said, oh, no, you can't do that. And so they were like, why not? And they're like, well, we own the trademark. And so they got some lawyers together, and they went and tried to file a strike against the word superhero at the Trademark and Patent Office. Yeah. Now, here's the interesting part. You would think that if you were having this trademark strike against you, that two mega corporations would come forward and say, no, we want to defend this. But on July 24th, 2024, neither company had come forward to defend it. And so just last week, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office said, okay, well, superhero is no longer under trademark.
Nobody showed up to court, so
Nobody showed up to court.
Congratulations, David. You beat Goliath.
Yeah, I mean, and this is so weird. So why would they do this? Well, one might just say, we're going to shrug our shoulders. It's no big deal. It's such a common word. We're going to look like an evil corporation if we do this. Mind you, these are the same two companies that have gone after families if they've had a depiction of Superman or Batman on their child's grave.
Right.
These are the same types of corporations that go after you if you want to use Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie prior to the beginning of this year, right? Because of the copyright there. So, these are very litigious organizations, Marvel and Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
And for them not to try to defend superhero is just really, really weird. And again, going back to the Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie thing, certainly they have come out and said, well, Mickey Mouse is now trademarked and we're going to fight that. So, people just be careful there. And we continue to build upon the brand of Mickey Mouse. So we really don't care that much about Steamboat Willie as that depiction that people can use. This just seems really weird to me that mega corporations would not step up to defend their trademarks, their patents, their copyrights, especially to these types of things.
I think you were right on
change of heart, but it's weird.
I think you were right about why. I think that at some point the ridiculousness of it sometimes misses. Sometimes they miss the memo and they go forward anyway, and they all look stupid and have mud on their face.
Yeah.
But in this case, I think it is glaringly obvious that going after that and then getting the PR backlash that is not going to do them any favors, especially at a time where people are already a little weird about, well, we have too many movies and we're sick of Zack Snyder and hey, Marvel, the MCU sucks right now. They're tired of all this. And the comics business isn't exactly booming. It's not like what it used to be. It's not the tip of the spear leading the charge. So doing this and getting all bogged down in that, I think would have been bad for them.
Yeah, and there have been some other big historical blunders. When you need to blow your nose, Scott, what do you use?
I use a tissue.
Oh, okay. Instead of the other word, because Kleenex lost
actually
their
literally
trademark
have
because
Kleenex.
It became a common word. Same way when you have a headache and you take that little pill that makes you feel better. Aspirin used to be trademarked the Bear Corporation.
So you
until
can
they lost it.
So if somebody
Frisbee.
if Frog Pants became a thing where people are just like, I'm going to go grab the latest Frog Pants, and it meant generally media online. It's just never going to happen. Let's say that happened.
Right.
I could lose that. Would be public. The public would make me lose my trademark, basically.
Now, I don't know if you use this particular application anymore, Scott, but if you want to go do any photo manipulation or something in an application that lets you create images in layers that you can then manipulate and do stuff, what would you call that?
I would call that photoshopping, even though I don't use it anymore. Yeah.
Adobe doesn't want you to call it photoshopping because when it becomes a verb, it starts to fall into that general use and they lose the trademark to Adobe Photoshop. So what they want you to do is call it Adobe Photoshop. I'm going to take this into Adobe Photoshop and manipulate it. Not I'm going to go and Photoshop this.
Is Band-Aid like that? Band-Aids are probably like that.
Band-Aid is also like that, although they have defended it. They made sure to defend it. But Band-Aid is one of those that could very careful with.
What a weird thing. Can you imagine that Courtney, the judge and the Courtney on the freaking Kleenex or Band-Aid case, they're just, Your Honor,
that was all the way
implore
back in the
you.
1900s. So
we
that was
got,
in the early 1900s.
How are we supposed to bind the wounds of the children of America if we don't have control of our own? Like, what a weird legal copyright freaking trademark stuff. You have to admit, it's kind of weird. Right.
Somebody in the chat says, is podcast owned by Apple? No, it is not. Although Apple would like you to think that it is not a trademark of Apple.
And they didn't come up with it in the first place. So
no, they didn't. Yeah. So, I mean, that being said, I could go out right now, and now that you admitted that Frog Pants is and the Morning Stream are not trademarked, I'm going to go to visit my local trademark and patent office and put Scott Johnson out of business.
That's not exactly true. Frog Pants is trademarked, but the Morning Stream is not. Just given it's so common, I was just like, why even bother? But I don't know, like naming shows. Here's the problem. Podcasts can be created by anyone, anywhere, anytime. If you have a phone or a mic, you can just make a podcast, right? So because of that, you could call it This Chicken Farts Blood. That could be the name of your podcast.
I mean, sure.
And then what are you going to do? Chicken, blood, farting. It's all the public owns it all.
It's all the I don't know that people would use that in common terminology. I know a lot of farmers, and I don't really remember ever hearing them utter that phrase unless it's like shock and horror, and it's time to cull the whole herd. But
Sure.
That reminds me, you're talking about people there. Is it true that you guys have one of the best zoos in the world, if not the best? There's a lot of talk that
the Wichita Zoo is that the one that you're talking about? Because there's a couple. The Wichita Zoo is internationally well known.
Okay,
it is a pretty good zoo to go to. The Topeka Zoo is actually got a really impressive rainforest. One of those interior rainforest displays where the animals run around loose.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty
I like
cool.
that.
Yeah. And then there's one.
But the Hayes Zoo is really just a rebranded PetSmart.
It's my backyard. It's my backyard. We just got a new dog over the weekend, so
it's a horse feed. It's one of those horse feed places where you go buy bags of feed.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I love that just because I don't know. Somebody was saying, "Oh, you got to go to the zoos in Kansas."
So
and
the
I'm
Wichita one
Zoo.
is probably the one that people are talking about.
Yeah,
probably.
We have a great one in Colorado. It's down Colorado Springs, the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. I mean, the Denver Zoo.
That one's cool.
Well.
The one that's up on top of the mountain.
Yes, it's on a mountain.
Jim not Wayne Rogers. Roy Rogers. It's the Roy Rogers Zoo. It's really cool. Yeah, it's that whole area is the Roy Rogers Park or something up there. It's really cool.
Is it just a normal zoo, or do they have something special going on?
It's like on the side of a mountain. That's the
on
weird
the side of a mountain, and there's like a chairlift thing that can take you to different levels, and you can hand feed all the giraffes. Like the giraffes enclosure is lower than the sidewalk, so you can stand on the sidewalk and feed the giraffes.
You're at head level with the giraffes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
really
interesting.
cool.
Well, I didn't mean to change
Somebody
our
asked.
subject, but. Yeah.
Hayes has a cool fossil museum. Yeah, the Sternberg Museum. If you want to get a chance to look at some great fossils, stop at the Sternberg Museum, the home of the world famous fish within a fish fossil, where you've got a giant fish and inside of it is a little fish that it either swallowed or landed on top of during the wipeout. But it's really cool.
Do you want to see an amazing fossils zoo and presentation and whatever? Go to
they're in Utah.
Go to my mom's book club.
House?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got.
You should see these women. Holy Moses. They're wonderful women, but there are, some of them I'm not sure. You gotta do this around their face, make sure they're still moving. Anyway,
hold a mirror up to their nose.
That's right. Just to make sure. Well, Stephen,
just another fascinating note to wrap this all up. Copyright law has been extended so far that if Scott creates something like this podcast is under copyright to Scott Johnson for the rest of his life, plus 75 years. Mm-hmm. So his kids and his grandkids can make money off of this episode if they want far into the future. However, if Scott hires, I don't know what the relationship between Scott and Brian is, but if Brian, whatever he contributes, if he is a work for hire, the podcast is copyright for life of the creator plus 95
years.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah. That's all because of the Sonny Bono Copyright Act from the 1980s.
Oh,
the Copyright Extension Act.
Well, that's what happened. He didn't die on the slopes. They went after
Disney
him.
got him.
Yeah, Disney got him.
That's right. That's what happened.
No, I didn't know that I keep forgetting he was part of that landmark deal. That was like a big deal. Yeah. Sonny freaking Bono.
Wow.
What a world.
Yep, the Sonny Bono Copyright Extension Act.
What a world.
The Mickey Mouse Copyright Act.
We live in a weird world, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we do. So if people want to know more about this, I've just confirmed that I will be talking with the lawyer tomorrow afternoon about this case.
Yeah.
And then hopefully it'll be part of the Major Spoilers podcast this week that people can go check out.
You could get your critters back. Your remember that whole thing with the critical hit name?
Oh yeah, I doubt that. We never trademarked or copyrighted that. So
yeah, but you were first. I remember it.
We were the first with that. But
yeah,
whatever.
And I have friends over there, and I know
you do. That's why I don't talk to you about it anymore.
Once in a while I'll say to them, Steve.
Especially when one of the people created a character recently named Orm. So yeah, not bitter. Not
bitter at all. I can tell. Stephen, it's a pleasure as always. I hope Hayes, Kansas gives to you what you give back. All right,
it is cooling off, but in the meantime, everybody stay hydrated.
Good deal. Bye now. Oh my gosh, look at that! I've missed your thing photo. That's amazing.
Isn't that great thing? Taking his shirt off.
Look at that, guys. Look at this. This is amazing. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's that old school thing with the forehead.
His forearms were still blocky. Were still rocky, right?
Oh, right. Yeah. But his body is smooth
and orange.
Yeah, smooth as a baby's bum. That's really weird. All right. Nicely done. That's it for the show. If you were looking for ways to contact us, submit song requests, find old episodes of the show, all the things you might ever need here on the show, you'll find it at frogpants.com/TMS. The one thing you won't find yet is the song Brian's about to say, and then you will find it because it's in the show. But
then you'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Got to switch back to September because I had October pulled up.
Nice.
Racer951Y wrote in. This is a quick and easy one. He said, any cover of or by Blue October, really just whenever you have a chance to use as a filler. Well, today happens to be that day. This is a cover, an unplugged acoustic cover of Blue October's arguably their best known song, Hate Me, which I really like. Such a great song. This is covered by Arizona Sky, and it's really, really cool. Hope you enjoy it. Here is Arizona Sky and Hate Me.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Oh, what am I going to do?
Yeah. What are we going to do?
What am I going to do?